games, but obviously a very different game to the other night. But how were your feelings?
Yeah, I think we did a nice job in overall. I thought our aggressiveness and intensity to play was really good. Down the stretch there, we had some open looks and they didn't go in, and we gave up a few offensive rebounds on that at that time too. But I love the fight of our guys, and I thought it was a good game finally up here. Actually, for the fans, that was actually some scoring and back and forth, which was well needed after 4 years.
I guess over the first quarter, I think you're shooting maybe 75% from the field, and still slightly behind. It's not too often that happens, but just turnovers early just sort of cost you a little bit there, obviously.
Well, I mean, just throughout the entire game, I mean, we forced some turnovers from them late, and they got them from us early. But I thought it was just a good game.
It would have been great. Obviously, it would have been a great story had someone like Ben Eyre managed to get that shot and did everything but go down, didn't it? With given what he's given to your team so far.
Yeah, I mean, we won one like that, and the basketball gods aren't always kind to you, and you win some that you shouldn't, and then you end up losing some maybe that you thought you could. But it's the ebb and flow of sports, really, at the end of the day.
Considering what position you might have been in there, about sort of there to go, do you think that could have been the one to finally sort of end this little? I know it's spoken about a lot of extent about the run in Launceston, so it would have been nice to sort of end that and sort of end that discussion as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it would have been nice to win the game, and certainly, absolutely.
Just in terms of Bryce's performance, so he obviously got off to a hot start and sort of just kept going with it. What did you make of how he played tonight?
Yeah, I thought he made some great decisions down the end there. They double teamed him, and he swung the ball to the right people. And to get 36 points and not go to the foul line in 33 minutes, I don't think I've ever seen that in all my professional career, of a guy that puts up those kind of numbers and doesn't get to the foul line. So I thought he was good across the board, and he definitely has the capability of doing what he did today.
The pass to Ben, I mean, that just showed a little bit of unselfishness. They probably expected Roth to take that last shot, and he was wide open, so the team was trusting to give it.
Absolutely. You can't just force a shot up there, and you got to trust other players on your team, and that's how you build trust. And like I told him at the end, and Benny will take that shot every single time. That's a good basketball play.
Obviously, previous games here have been really low scoring. Just in general, you guys are probably more of a defensively minded side. What was the difference today that had such a high score line?
Well, we finally shot the three ball in this building with some good numbers, which is obviously helpful. And if I had to answer that, I would have probably answered it 3 years ago and give you a better answer now. But like I said, it was good for the fans at least to see a game where there's some scoring and up and down and close. And we just move on.
Majuk was really good off the bench. He did a little bit of everything for you today, and especially probably in the second quarter, he really lit up when you needed it as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got good efforts across the board. Like I said, it's a team effort, and I thought Bannon was very consistent in his minutes, and just across the board, I thought our guys were just in general better in a lot of different areas that we continue to talk about, and we can build on that.
3 losses at home now, obviously Brisbane on Saturday. How much more does it make it to send the fans over the win on Saturday after 3 losses?
Well, we don't talk about the ladder here, and I've never talked about it now into 5 years. We just worry about just stacking days and taking care of ourselves, and we could lose 10 in a row or we could win 5 in a row. It doesn't really matter. It's just you're going to be where you're going to be at the end of the season. If you're following all those kind of things, you're probably going to be miserable all season because you're going to get so enthralled with everything else that's going on. And for me, it's just about getting some rest, and we just go back and try to play on Saturday the best game we possibly can, and the chips will fall where they may.
DJ was on TV saying he's not too far away. He's starting to get some sort of recovery kind of mode with his calf. So how far away do you think he might be?
Yeah, like I said last time, he's before the FIBA break.
How did you find, I suppose, some of those late game plays? You guys were able to create some turnovers there and really sort of work your way back into the contest. How much of that is down to what you guys practice during the week, and how much of that was just sort of into, maybe leading up to the moment? Well,
we're not practicing to come back like that in practice. Those are just scramble moments and a few concepts, but in general, we're not practicing that. They flipped the ball around. We got lucky with a couple of those, and they turned them into some scores and made it interesting. But it's not anything we're practicing. And
Scott, just quickly, the feeling within the team at the moment. I mean, that's obviously, as John instead a closer game than the other night in some respects,
Yep.
a more positive game, just a more dynamic game. How do you read the feeling of the players at this stage of the season?
The same I have from the day one. We have great people in this organization, and we have great players that have great high character, and they're quite humble about how they go about their business, and our guys are very much about doing the right thing in and out and on the floor and off the floor. And we got just wonderful guys in that locker room that want to compete and get better. And again, you just can't get too high or too low of how the season goes, and it will play out how it will play out, and we're just going to keep trying to grind away. Where is the voice coming from?
Just up there, speaker down there.
Oh.
Sorry,
Well,
can you repeat the question?
What was your message to the playing group after that? It's KBD.
Oh, KB. I'm looking at a box down there and I don't see you, but all right, interesting.
That's what I've been living to do. Never too far away.
There you go. Nothing, just get some rest. We'll get on this bus and get back, and we'll have a chance to be in our beds this evening by 2 o'clock and get some rest tomorrow. And our guys are quite positive. Obviously, you're disappointed you lose games and you don't play the way maybe you want to, and you reflect on that stuff. But again, our guys are just good dudes that show up and work, and there's no bitching and moaning or pointing fingers. We just go about our business.
Actually, Scott, can I jump in for just one?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I just want to ask you about Nick Stoddart. Obviously, he hasn't played a whole lot this season, but you clearly have been seeing something that he's been doing that wanted you to give him a chance this week, and I thought he was really good in his minutes tonight, and he was plus 17 in his 15 minutes, and I thought he looked like he deserved the chance that you gave him.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the guys that was the last 10 days to 2 weeks was really trending well in practice, and we kept, trying to get a point to where we would be able to use them. And with TJ getting back home and then getting ready for China, this is a perfect window for Nick to get some more minutes. And yeah, he did a really nice job and did a nice job on both sides of the floor and brought really good energy. And yeah, I was excited for him.